everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about a stitch called the Linked Double Crochet. And this is a really nice stitch to use for things where you don't want holes in your work. If you look at a normal double crochet, which I have about a row and a half here of just normal double crochet here, you can see that it is easy to pull apart. You can see through the stitches. And that's great for certain things, and there's a time and a place for that. But there's also a nice look to a linked double crochet that creates more of what I would call like a mesh, where you can't pull these stitches apart, and gives a little bit more polished look to your items. So I want to talk about what that is today, and I'm going to show two different things. I'm going to show a linked double crochet if you're already in the middle of a project, which is the way I prefer to use it. And I'm also going to show you a linked double crochet where you're starting from the beginning and also turning and starting a new row, because there's a little bit of differences for those. So as I said, right here I have a bunch of just double crochets, and I'm going to start from here. And I'm just going to first show you what that linked double crochet looks like, and then the starting and the turning will make more sense, I think. So here's where we're going to start. We're going to start things a little bit differently. Normally with a double crochet, you'd yarn over. We don't do that first. We're actually going to look at the previous double crochet stitch right here. And you can see you have this little V here on the side, and then you have this third bar right here. And let me just put my hook under there so you can see which one I'm talking about. Right here. All right. Do you see that? That's where we're actually going to start a linked double crochet. And when you start from here, that's what links these stitches together so that there are no gaps or no holes between stitches. So I'm going to take that out and just look at that again. Here's the bar right here. So to start a linked double crochet, you're going to start here. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, and you have 2 on your hook. Now you're going to go to the stitch where you want to put that linked double crochet, which is for me this next stitch right here. You're going to insert right away, don't yarn over or anything. Insert your hook, draw up a loop, and now you have 3 on the hook. Now you can complete your double crochet like normal, because we already linked it. Okay? And there's a linked double crochet. Now let's look at that again. Here are the 2 kind of side V on the side. Here's that bar, the third bar. That's where we're going to go over. So, go under. So you want to put your hook in that third bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the stitch where you want your linked double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then complete your double crochet. Okay, one more time. Here's that third bar. It'll become really easy to see where this goes after you've done this for a little bit. Yarn over, pull up a loop, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and finish your double crochet. Okay, and you can see as we're doing this, we're creating this kind of row of stitches here, this little row, and it actually creates a nice little texture. So let's do this a couple more times. We're linking it, and then we're completing the double crochet. There's that third bar right there. And completing. And you can see how that's creating this little row, this little seam like almost. Okay, there it is right there. Like I said, it starts to pop out pretty simply when you do enough of these. Okay. And there you have the linked double crochet. Now let's see what the difference looks like. I'm going to show you here, and then I'm actually going to show you on a project that I have. So here's your double crochet at the bottom, right? That's what we're used to. check out the linked double crochet. It actually has a totally different look to it. And I want to show you a blanket that I did, and I'll put a link to it in the description box. But here's my blanket. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And this is one of my favorite ones that I did. And you can see I have this border with some normal double crochets and all that kind of stuff. But when it gets to the center of the blanket, this is all linked double crochet in the center. So here's the border around, and here's the linked double crochet in the center. You cannot see through that. You can't. It's like a really nice look. I like this because it's almost like a little lacy border with that double crochet that you can see through, and then you get to the center of the blanket and it's all that linked double crochet. So hopefully you'll see the benefits of how you can use a linked double crochet. Now what I want to do is start from a beginning. If you want to start this and have all linked double crochet, that is one, and the blanket is one where I actually have normal double crochets that I'm using as my starting point. But using all just linked double crochets is a little bit different. So I want to just kind of go through that with you too. And we'll do a small row and then we'll turn, and I'll show you how to turn as well. So first I'm just going to do a chain. All right, and when you're doing linked double crochet, when you want to do it right from the beginning, you have to create that linkage right from the start. So what we want to do when we're starting from the beginning here, let me zoom in a little bit for you, is we're actually going to start as if we're going to do a single crochet in that second chain from the hook. So go ahead and insert your hook in the second chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay? Now what you're going to do is go into the third chain, and that's as if we did that linkage on the third bar when we were doing it. That's kind of what that simulates there. Now you're going to insert your hook in the third chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then complete your double crochet. So there is your first linked double crochet. Now if you look at this, it's a little bit different than starting from a regular double crochet, because we had to kind of create that third bar here, but you can see here's your third bar. So here's the V, and then here's that third bar that we created by doing it that way. So now, just like we did before, insert your hook in that third bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then complete your double crochet like normal. All right, there's your third bar right here. So the V and the third bar right here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next chain, yarn over, and finish your double crochet. There it is. Okay, so now you've got this, right? So just the starting of that was a little bit different to get that going, assuming you wanted to do a linked crochet right from the very beginning. So I'm going to finish this row, and then I want to show you when you turn how to start a new row. So here's that. Like I said, it starts just popping right out at you, so you can see it pretty clearly when you start doing this. Okay, there it is. Almost to the end here, and then we'll turn. Two more to do after this. It's good practice for you anyway, right? There's that bar. Okay, and then one more. And we'll take a look at this really quickly before we turn. And here's our last stitch. Don't do that. Okay, so let's just take a look at it really quickly and see you've linked it right from the beginning. Okay, now here's what we're going to do when you want to turn and continue with linked double crochet. So you want to chain 2, and then what we're going to do to simulate going into that 3rd bar on the side is you're actually going to insert your hook in that 2nd chain from the hook again. So we chain 2, you're going to go into this chain here and pull up a loop. Then you can turn your work. All right, so it's like you've simulated that already, right? And then go right into that very first stitch. Drop a loop, 3 on the hook, complete your double crochet. So there you go, just like you did almost at the beginning. And if you look here, you've got your 3rd bar again. So let me do that one more time just so we can practice that turn. Okay, because it's just a little bit different than what you would normally do. So chain 2, insert your hook in the 2nd chain from the hook, drop a loop, turn your work. At least that's the way I find it easier. If you want to turn your work ahead of time, that's fine too. Insert your hook into the very first stitch, yarn over, and complete your double crochet. Now you've got that bar right there. That's what we created by doing that, so that you can go into that bar, drop a loop, go into your next stitch, and complete your double crochet. There's that bar again right there. So you can see it's a little bit different than starting if you started with a normal double crochet, which I originally did, but I wanted to show you how to do the stitch first before we tackled how to start a project and how to turn and do a turning chain with this, because like I said, it's a little bit different. So I hope you like this stitch, because like I said, you can do a lot of different things with it. And you know, just to put this in front again, I just think it makes such a nice pattern, and it's really, really, I guess, a tight knit for if you're looking for that type of look on something, especially like on a blanket. I think that's really nice. But I hope you give that a try. If you're looking for something else, you have any questions, you want me to do something different, please feel free to put that down below in the comments. And as usual, if you would like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.